I'm back at it with another great game. Maybe this is my best game so far. This is a Grandmaster 2 lobby, and I'm going for 57 kills. That's the most kills I've gotten in a game. Before this, it was Wolverine when I got 54 kills. I've gotten 48 kills with Jeff and with Loki. Season 3 is here, and of course I'm gonna be on it. But I can't let a gameplay like this go to waste, baby. It's all about the journey. Season 2 was the first time that I really played this game, and I had to learn a lot. And it's worthy to show you the journey, the progression from noob to smooth. You love to see it. So far, Season 3, it's interesting. And I've mainly just been playing just to get the events, because they have that new event with Storm, and they're actually giving out units and a lot of stuff in there. So I'm doing a little bit of that each day, getting ready to start playing again. They dropped down our ranks 7 levels this time. So from Season 1 to Season 2, you went down 9 levels. Now they said, we're only gonna go down by 7. Very interesting. But what's funny is that they're trying to crack down on Smurfs. And some people have gotten warnings for smurfing already. Some of them are claiming to be innocent. They're saying, hey, I didn't play this game since Season 1. I stopped in Season 2, so obviously I went down in rank. And then now when I started playing again, I'm dominating in the lower lobbies. And then I got this warning, hey, we're gonna ban you. You could get banned for the entire season. But this problem was created by the devs, because they're actively, in between each season, they keep dropping your rank, and it doesn't make sense to do that. Why not just have some placement matches in between the season, or just leave people at the rank they are and do the rank decay? They already have the rank decay in the game. I think it's when you get to Eternity. I don't know if it's Eternity or the next one after that, but there's a rank where if you don't play for a while, I don't know how long it is, but let's say you don't play for a week or 2 or whatever, they will lower your rank slowly because you're not playing. That makes sense. They should just do that instead of every season, hey, go down 7 ranks or 9 ranks or whatever it is. No. And then when somebody makes a new account, that's why you need placement matches, because then nobody could really smurf. You couldn't just make another account and then be down there in bronze again, because once you start beasting and feasting in the placement matches or in any of your matches, let's say you go on a crazy streak, the game's like, wow, you're getting 50 kills, 40 kills, you're getting MVP every game. Okay, bump him up there. He doesn't belong down there. They need to have active placements going on all the time to keep Smurfs out of those lower lobbies. They wouldn't have a Smurf problem if they had the placement matches, and also if they did something to fix the matchmaking, but they don't want to do that. They'll do everything other than that, which is pretty funny. Like last season when they gave us those chrono shields, they gave everybody 8 of them. That didn't help the situation with people throwing games. See, what they should be doing is the people that are leaving games and throwing games, yeah, they need to give them the warning. They need to ban those guys for the season, or they need to drop those guys lower. Because if you drop a Smurf lower, that doesn't make any sense. That's not a punishment. If a Smurf is caught smurfing, you can't lower their rank, because then they're just gonna be smurfing. It's gonna be even worse, because they're gonna be down there in an even lower rank, and they're not supposed to be there. They're too skilled. So if you ban a Smurf for the entire season, when they get to next season, they're gonna be at an even lower level than they were this season. For the real Smurfs out there that are trying to ruin the experience for lower ranked players, I definitely agree they should ban them. They should get them up out of there. They should pack them up. But they gotta do the same thing for all the people throwing. The people that are leaving games, quitting games. You gotta lock down on this stuff. That's why people haven't been playing. That's why you got people that didn't play in Season 2 and they came back there in a lower rank, because they didn't like the matchmaking and all the cheese that was going on. You didn't fix that. So now they finally came back and said, let me see what's going on with Season 3. Uh-oh, I could get banned now because I'm dropping 40 pieces? So I really like this game in the higher lobbies. It's so much more fun, and that's why it is disappointing when they drop you back down and you have to climb again. I don't mind climbing, but in those lower ranks, the players aren't as smart. You get a lot of bad gameplay and strategy, and there's no teamwork. There's all this dysfunction. You don't have anybody playing tank. There's nobody healing. There's 5 insta-lock DPSs. This stuff kind of happens in the higher ranks too sometimes, but not to the extreme. People are willing to switch. You've seen it in the gameplay. You've seen it in this progression, how much more enjoyable the game has been when my teammates have been good. Why can't the game just leave us at the rank we were at the end of last season going into the new season? Because if we don't belong in that rank, what's going to happen is we're going to lose and then we will drop down. And if we don't play games, let's say we just don't play at all, then let that decay fly. The decay that you have, that same decay you have in the upper ranks, whatever it is, eternity or the one above that one above all, or whatever they call it, then people will go down. But if you just say, hey, go down 9 levels, come on, cuz. I don't see how that helps. I don't see how that does anything to help the game. It's just like in Quick Match. Why do they have bot matches in Quick Match? That's why I don't play Quick Match anymore. Because what's the point? I don't want to be out there and then I'm thinking to myself, is this a fake video? Are those real people? Are those bots? I don't want to be second guessing, so I just don't even bother. I don't even risk it. Because I thought Quick Match meant you're going to be playing against people. And I remember in the comment section, people were like, somebody's got to tell Smooth they got bot matches out here, cuz. That's tough. That's deflating. Let's say you have a good game. You're like, yeah, I did good that game. I'm making some gains. And then you find out, oops, those were a bunch of bots on the other team. Come on, cuz. If you take the bots out of Quick Match and then you fix the matchmaking, then people can go and play Quick Match. They don't always have to play competitive. They don't need to go make another account to go climb again because they don't want to waste their time in Quick Match because it's crazy in there. You might as well just play on another account, go climb again. And then you could play Quick Match with your friends because let's say you have a new friend and they're not high enough to play with you in rank. You can go in Quick Match, but nobody wants to play Quick Match when you got bots in there. That's disrespectful. Nobody wants to play a multiplayer game and go up against bots. I don't know why they have those bots there because they have a practice versus AI mode. And I use that mode for my daily challenges. I no longer play Quick Match. I used to go into Quick Match to try to get all that stuff. But since you get bots sometimes, and then of course you get people that never want to play all the roles, you don't have any tanks, there's a lot of dysfunction in there because the matchmaking is crazy. You might as well, when you're just going for specific stats and challenges, just do it against the AI. It's so much easier and faster. So let me know what you think about this controversy with the Smurfs getting banned and the bots in Quick Match. What's going on? Now let's talk about Phoenix, the new character. It's still early, but so far she's not as bad as I thought she was gonna be. And the funny thing is that her ult, because in the previews, it looked like her ult was a problem when they were showing her off, but now you're starting to see those memes where they're saying her ult is useless. Just like Thor's ult. Thor is like, I am the god of thunder. And then it does nothing. It's so easy to escape. And even if you do get hit by it, a lot of times it doesn't really do that much damage. You kind of need to be low and then get hit and then you can die. But people are not really afraid of the Thor ult. And now they're doing the same thing with Phoenix because it looks like her ult, it doesn't actually do that much damage. It does take out everything that's annoying on the map, like Penny Nest. It does that. It's great at doing that. But the actual damage on enemies, it's looking like a tickle monster. So you never know. Maybe they're going to patch it or maybe people will figure out how to play her better. Because when new characters come out, a lot of times, no one really knows how exactly do they fit into this game. What is their role? What are you supposed to do with them? And it takes a while before you figure it out. It's just like earlier in the game with Wolverine. A lot of people said that Wolverine was terrible when the game first came out because they didn't understand what he was supposed to do, what his role is, and now he's getting banned like crazy. Obviously, they went crazy with his team up. But even before that, when people figured out that Wolverine was a problem, he was getting banned back then. They kind of avoided his bans in season 2 because you had a lot of other cheese combos and team ups to worry about. But now you're seeing those Wolverine bans, they're coming back. Maybe it's a good thing that Phoenix isn't as good as we thought. You do have to ban Wolverine, but you never know. Maybe that's bad for the game though, because if Phoenix isn't that good, whoever they were trying to get to play this game by releasing another DPS, if she's not good, then people are gonna be like, she's not good, I'm not gonna play, I'm gonna sit out season 3, this is whack. So who knows how it's all going to unfold? I guess we'll just see what happens. For anyone that is playing Phoenix and you're having a lot of success, get in the comment section and let us know. Is she a problem or is she mid? Was this a bad drop to start the season, or was this a good selection? Should they have let Blade fly first and maybe save Phoenix for another season? That new Psylocke skin, that is some cheese. And the Psylocke cosplays, have you seen those baddies cosplaying correctly as Psylocke? That is some cheese. The ladies are loving Psylocke. They just keep pulling out those cosplays. They know what's going on out here. I think the Psylocke cosplays, those ladies look the best. Out of all the cosplays I've seen from Marvel, they always look the best as Psylocke. The Emmas and Sues, they can't quite pull it off, the look. The ladies haven't been able to sin as much when they're trying to cosplay those other characters. But Psylocke, I don't know why, they just figured out how to get a first-class ticket to hell with their cosplays. This game was a really long game. I actually switched to Hela for a little bit. I didn't really do anything though. I died twice. This game was so long, I just skipped that portion. I just skipped to where I switched to Venom. And I'm going crazy with Venom, but they are gonna tie this thing up. They move it right there. It's 3-3. We're going to overtime. And in overtime, you gotta be quick. We have 1 minute to let it fly, so you know it's about to be crazy. And even though Venom, he's just such a simple character, but he gets it done. He really does. That's why I love tanking as Venom. And we're getting some great healing here. The team is doing a great job. I don't mind at all playing as tank. If you're healing, I'm dealing. You know the rules. That was one of the first things I said when I played this game. When I first started playing it, I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew if you're healing, I'm dealing. And I'm solo tanking right now, but in these higher levels, that's what I'm saying. This game is so different in the higher levels. Even if you're solo tanking, it's not miserable like it is in the lower levels. And we've got 3 healers, because I've seen a lot of people complain when they're solo tanking. They're saying, we don't need 3 healers. What we need is a second tank. And I do agree that it would be a lot easier if you have a second tank. But as you're seeing in this gameplay, the 3 healers, it's working because they're actually, the players are good in these higher ranks, so they can pull this off. We've got an Adam on our team. We've got a Jeff. You know, people hate Jeff. There's a lot of Jeff propaganda. I love Jeff though. He's great. And when I see him on my team, I know he's going to do a good job healing. We got a Luna as well, so that really helps because we do have a full-on healer, at least one of them. You do want to try to get one of those so you have that crazy ult on your side. But I'm loving it. I'm loving the tank in action when I'm getting healed. That's beautiful. Look at me being a menace. And we really put in that work. We had 1 minute and we are pushing this cart. We are not playing around. And they're doing such a good job. I don't even think I die with Venom. I think I stay alive the entire time. This is incredible teamwork. You love to see it. I love these high lobbies. That's why it's so disappointing at the start of the season when they drop you down, because now that means I gotta go play with the people that don't play together. They don't know what they're doing. They can't ever switch around. Oh my goodness, because I really fell in love with the gameplay with all these good players on my team. It just opens up your game. When your teammates are playing their roles, it just makes your life so much easier. What a push. We're gonna put up 2 points. We're in overtime. We have no time left on the clock, so we have to stay alive. We got to clutch this thing out. Woo! What a game. These are the games you want to be in, the games you want to play. The competitive ones. And I'm so close to Grandmaster 1. Just a few more wins, and I'm going to be GM1. What it do, baby? That's why it's so important to get this win right here. We're fighting, but look at the healing. You just keep hearing that sound. You keep seeing that green replenish the health, and I'm getting hella hits, popping the ability. Venom is a lot of fun. What can I say? He is a fun tank to use, especially if you have to solo. because he can do both. He can dive or he can solo. He really can. So that's who I'm gravitating to now, because when I used to play Cap, Cap is not really good as a solo tank, because you want to be in that back line harassing him. You don't want to be just standing in the front. I mean, you can. He's got the mobility. But Venom, you just pop your health back when you're about to die. Okay, I finally died. So we do get stopped there in overtime, but we put up 2 points, 5-3. They have 1 minute and 13 seconds. Let's see if they can match that. What a battle we got into. So now they've got a Venom as well. Venom versus Venom. You'll love to see it. And now our team has 2 tanks, and so do they. You see how they're switching around? You see these lobbies? You gotta love this gameplay. They're switching around. I was solo tanking. We did a good job. And now they realize we gotta play defense. We need more damage to be blocked. So let's switch over there. So now we've got, it's a Venom and we got a Doctor Strange. That's a good combo. We're putting up a fight. We still have 3 healers and we have 1 DPS. I love these higher ranking lobbies. You'll never see this kind of teamwork switching around going on in the lower lobbies. That's why I need to get back up here again, because this is annoying when you're playing with people that do not play this as a team. This is a team game. You are supposed to be switching around. You need to know more than 1 character. You cannot be out here only being able to play 1 character. You're not going to get that high. You really aren't, because the other team, they're going to be able to switch around and counter what you're doing. That minute was up. That was fast. Now overtime starts, and this is where you got to be clutch. You got to stay alive. You got to keep pushing them back. I'm swinging to the back. Uh-oh. Everyone's letting those ults fly. I'm getting headshots. Magneto is letting his fly. I got to give it up to my teammates again. They are doing a great job with the healing. Look at that. Every time I get close to dying, they're right there. They got my back. We are trying. We're doing everything we can do. This is a tough corner right here to turn on offense. This is where you want to be on defense. Uh-oh, maximum pulse. It's off. I'm still alive. I'm swinging. My team is dead, so now I have to retreat. Wow, I am the only one alive right now. So there's no reason to fight that. See, that's something I learned. As you're climbing up in the ranks, your team dies, just wait. Because what are you going to do? Am I really going to 1v6? I can't. Now the team is back alive, so I'm going to try to push. I'm going to try to touch, see if we can stall, because if we don't let them get this point, it's over. Right here, right now, I'm swinging. Uh-oh. That was a risk, but I did delay a little bit. Our team is back in it. Our Jeff is back alive now. I'm just trying to get back there, see if we can get these stops. We gave up 1 point. We can't give up another. It really is amazing when I go back and look at the first few games I used to play and just see all the mistakes that were being made, the progression. Just something like positioning. Just having better positioning changes everything. It makes it easier to stay alive. It makes it easier to get healed. We're going crazy. And we got it. Big dubs. What a win. Just a few more wins away. Maybe 2 wins away from Grandmaster 1. That was fun. Switching off of DPS in this game to go tank and clutch this win out. It was fun. The stats in this one, they were pretty crazy. Because of the switching from DPS to tank, look at that, 37,000 damage, 38 final hits, 57 and 10. Give that guy a map. Merch is now available at chrissmooth.com, shipping worldwide. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. But look what I'm gonna do to that. I'm gonna block that dunk. Get that cheese out of here. When I did that, I said, all right, Cap might be the character for me. What rhymes with cash? I just put Doctor Strange to the floor.